This is the Last Call Fantasy Football Podcast. For the first time in a while, on a Monday, we're back. I keep saying we're back, and then we keep like missing a day and then coming back. So we're constantly going to be back.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens.
I know. We're doing the best we can. And I, for the first time,
We're trying.
If anyone has not noticed, other than the Halloween episode, it's the first time I'm not wearing a black shirt. Because I don't know if you ever noticed, I wear a black shirt every show. Go back and look.
Do you actually?
I've worn a black shirt every single show. Sometimes it's long sleeve, sometimes it's short sleeve. I wore the Nike one time. But go back and look. I was waiting for you to figure it out. I was waiting for the day you'd tell me, like,
what?
Bro, do you wear anything else on this show? And I just ruined it.
You're doing that on purpose?
Yeah. I changed before the show in my black shirt.
Why?
I look good in black.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Well, usually, okay, so I'm coming back from work, and
yeah,
at first it started, like, I had this shirt that I liked. I thought I looked good in, so I was wearing it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear black every single episode. I was going to make it my thing. Just wear black. And then it became a thing, just one, because I wanted to, and two, I wanted to see how long it would take for you to notice, but apparently
that's actually
never
pretty funny
noticed.
Because I've worn like the same shirt before, but like I've never consecutively worn the same shirt on purpose.
Oh, really? Well, so I've done the exact opposite.
I've done the opposite.
But the reason I say that is because this time I'm wearing my Broncos hoodie.
Did you ever wash it? Or?
Listen, motherfucker, I just said sometimes it's a long sleeve, and actually, last episode. It's got a huge hole right here in the armpit. So I went like this sometimes, and I was like, oh.
Oh, man. I might have to see if I can clip that.
I have to rewatch the whole episode because I don't even remember when I did it. But anyway, but I'm wearing my Broncos country hoodie because what?
You're just going to throw that in there?
What?
I mean, that's normal for us, but that's not normal for everybody else.
Throw what in there?
Any whore.
Did I say any whore? Anyways, as I have said since I was a wee lad, any whore. And, now that you say that, I say that quite often in groups of mixed company, and I always get sideways faces, and I'm always like, oh, like they haven't heard that. But not me recognizing that I'm just saying any whore, because we're grotesque.
I don't think that's like a
widely
nationwide known thing.
And we're a grotesque group, so like sometimes it just goes over our heads. But
I've never heard anybody else say that.
Really?
Other than somebody in our group.
I don't know. Well, then I'm taking it. It's mine. So any whore.
I made that up. So if anybody feels offended,
it's me. Blame me.
Kill Kyle.
Kill Carl.
Dude, hold on. This is so off topic.
I just need to
just listen.
Rave on my.
I'm gonna forget this if I don't say it. I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw that there's a show called Everybody Still Hates Chris.
Is there really?
And it's a cartoon narrated by Chris Rock.
Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who Everybody Hates Chris was about.
Wait, hold on. No, stop.
Bro, are you serious right now?
Really? That was supposed
Chris
to be...
Rock was the narrator in that show.
I didn't watch a ton of it. I mean, I've seen like clips and stuff, but I didn't like religiously watch the show.
You haven't seen like funny clips on Instagram where it's like Chris Rock talking about this dumbass didn't even know what hit him.
That's pretty good. But no, I didn't.
Thanks.
I mean, I guess, and Chris Rock has a super like recognizable voice, so like it's not like I don't know. I guess is it supposed to be about him?
Yeah.
Like his life, was that like supposed to be a semi-true story? Like his dad was a cheapskate and like everyone hated him?
I think I actually think that like the white teacher in that was like modeled after a white teacher that like made racist remarks at him and shit.
Oh, man. Well, I'm learning some things on Monday edition of Last Call Fantasy Football. But back to the football. What? Oh, Justin's got lost. Look at the fear
What's
in his
happening?
eyes. The fear in his eyes. His screen went dark. I can see it.
What's going on?
God damn it. All I want to do is just say how good Bo Nix and my Broncos are. That was incredible. I didn't expect it. The Falcons were one of the better teams we played all year and absolutely dominated them. Bo Nix, and I'll go back to my quarterback rankings in our rest of season rankings episode. I might have undersold Bo Nix. I put Bo Nix as QB 12 for the rest of the year. He's sitting at the QB 7 right now. He put up a 40 burger. 40 burger. Granted, I will say, I mean, he played great.
I'd be curious to see what, like, the strength of schedules looked like recently. Well, I'm not taking anything away from him. He's been great.
Well, we played the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Falcons the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, Chiefs are a bad matchup. Ravens, Falcons are pretty.
Yeah.
What? Ravens are like number 30. Falcons are like 25 or something like that.
But. Yeah. But point being, I will say, I mean, he played incredible. Completion percentage through the roof, over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. First time ever for a Broncos rookie. And I will say his stats were a little bit inflated because for whatever reason, I mean, Javonte Williams had a decent game too, but they ran the ball through screens. Like anytime they got inside the 5, it was a passing touchdown. I think Bo Nix threw 2 of his 4 touchdowns as a bubble screen with the most beautiful blocking you've ever seen. Like Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin on the exact same play caught it, and next thing you know, the whole O-line just like shifted everyone, and he just like ran a straight line in the end zone. It was incredible.
I've got to be honest with you. The Broncos were like one of the worst teams to watch the last 8 years. As a pleasure.
Bro, you're not. You and think you're talking to. I'm aware.
And I even like the beginning of this year, they were like one of the worst teams to watch, and so I have still like not watched them, and I should.
They should.
I want to see what this Bo Nix is all about. I haven't even seen him yet.
You haven't watched a single Broncos game?
I've not watched a single Broncos game, bro.
You know, he has 5 more total touchdowns than Jaden Daniels on the year.
I know. He's been better than Jaden Daniels.
He won Offensive Rookie of the Month for October. He won Rookie of the Week last week in the loss against Kansas City. And I mean, if they're tired of giving him awards, they might give it to Brock Bowers for, Offensive Rookie of the Week because he had a monster performance. Yeah. But other than that, he's the only one to be competed with. But
yeah.
So, anyways, you should tune in. We play the Raiders this week, so if you want to watch your precious Brock Bowers play, you're gonna have to watch.
Okay, then I'll probably.
All right.
I've been watching Raiders games, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's gross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that, but it'll be another ass whooping this coming week, and it's just so happens. So, Caleb, if you're watching this, I hate you because, and we'll get into the show in a minute, but I just wanted to say this one last thing about my Broncos. Caleb has Josh Allen, and I'm playing Caleb next week. This is a tense time in our league. We're finalizing standings right now. The Bills are on bye. So guess who he has to play against me?
Yeah,
Bo Nix. So I'm going to have to.
Well, you're just going to be rooting for no touchdowns by him.
That's true by him. Javonte Williams, I'm going to need 4 tutties from you, bro. But anyway, so bye weeks are coming up crazy this week, but we are here to recap. And you did it again. You did the freaking ceremonial sip without me. I just watched you.
Dude, we're like 20 minutes in the episode.
We're 9 minutes and 32 seconds in.
You forgot about it.
I didn't. Right. How could I forget about it?
Ceremonial sip.
Thank you. All right. Kicking off a recap from week 11.
I've got these. They kind of suck, but...
Oh, White Claw Surge. Oh, isn't that the extra alcohol White Claws?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right. Sip her up.
It's basically like Four Loko.
No, it's not that high, is it?
No, it's only 8%. I thought we had tried these and hated them.
I'm sure we did because it tastes like ass.
But they don't really I don't know. Maybe they fixed them because I remember trying them and being like, "This is the worst." I don't. I remember us not drinking the rest of them.
Oh,
They were so bad.
I don't remember them being that bad, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
Anyways, I get a good old Mick Ultra, old reliable, to get this show kicked off right. So we had a weekend of football, and a hell of a lot more points this week than last week.
Well, my team did just fine last week.
Well, you had all of the points
I
for
had
last
every
week,
player that did
right?
correct. week.
The rest
Well,
of us
there's
not
the
so much.
opposite this week, aside
Um,
from Brock Bowers.
so yeah, so we'll. Well, do you want to chat about? Well, because this episode is going to air before the Monday Night Football, but it is Monday and it's before the game. The game starts in about half hour. We have the Texans and
It's not.
Cowboys.
It's not going to air before.
No, I'm saying no. This episode is going to air. I guess I'm saying after. Like,
Yeah.
so do we want to touch on this game, or is it a foregone conclusion?
Fuck this game.
Fuck this game. Texans are gonna win by 40 anyways.
Well,
All right, so let's
the defense
recap.
is going to score 41 points.
Keep dreaming, buddy. We had some come to realizations that our bets we're getting off track here. We need to start reeling in because the whole essence of our bet the house segment is to do just that.
Well. Talk about yourself here.
Oh, did you do well?
Okay, listen. Technically, if you want to get statistical about it, I was 1-2. But listen to this. I'll just, since we're getting into it, let me just.
Yeah, so let's recap what our predictions were. I bet the house.
So, first off, I had Amon Ra 100 yards and a touchdown. He had 161 and 2 touchdowns.
No, didn't you say 10 receptions? Or no, I said that. I said it was
No.
going to take that many. Yeah.
Just said 100 and a touchdown.
So okay, so yes, you absolutely nailed that. And
that's one I absolutely nailed.
And I will piggyback off of that because it's the same team and game. I said that Jared Goff was going to continue his dud because the run game was going to take off, and both Gibbs and Monty were going to be top 10. So they weren't both top 10. They were both top 5 on the week.
And Goff was number
Goff,
1?
Yes. So I thought the Lions would dominate the Jags, and they did. But what do you mean Jared Goff was throwing touchdowns up 40 in the fourth quarter? I just didn't predict that the Lions...
Campbell offense, man.
It makes no sense to me. The process was there. He didn't... I mean, granted, he had a good game before that, but it just blew my mind that they kept him in the game. They kept him in the game till there was about 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Dan Campbell said, 4 Bears, what? 5 Bears, what?
And then proceeded to drink all of them and then keep his offense on the field. Ridiculous. So Goff did not dud. The domination exceeded the domination that I expected. But Gibbs and Monty, still great.
Yeah, I said next that Justin Herbert would be a top 5 quarterback, which he had a great week.
297.
He was number 9.
Yeah. So you still...
So, I mean, like, I kind of did hit that, but, like, I just set the bar too high for myself there.
Yeah, I mean, top 5 is hard to get because who was it?
Yeah.
Jared Goff, and then, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, Joe Burrow.
Did
Josh Allen end up...
No, in our league, let's see. As far
as...
anyways.
So I had him, and I had Juwan Jennings being a top 10 wide receiver. He was number 13. So he probably missed out on top 10 by like 0.3 points.
Who? Justin Herbert?
Juwan Jennings.
Oh, Juwan Jennings. Yeah, Juwan Jennings.
15 points.
He was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
13.
12, 13. Yeah. So, I mean, you had guys like Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Nick Westbrook-Akine, Jerry Jeudy. Like,
I bet you he was top 10 out of people who were started.
Yes, he was. Even, I mean, Ladd McConkey one-upped him. Ladd McConkey had 123 yards last night. So,
Yeah, it's like the second or third time this year. He's just like so inconsistent, but it seems to be that Quentin Johnston, I think everybody's kind of eating their words with him. He actually looks really good.
Yeah, he's a fine receiver.
Um, I kind of have a feeling he might have a breakout year next year.
Could be.
He just seems like he's always open.
I think it's a good. I
Um,
think it's a well coached team.
yeah,
Running the right plays, playing to their strengths. I don't
he
know.
just needs to be a little bit more physical when he's trying to catch the ball. Still, I think that's still his greatest
He does
weakness.
kind of play kind of timid for being like as big as he
Yeah,
is.
well, because like he's catching the balls he should, but he needs to catch some more of the balls that he shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like there was like
Yeah,
4 or 5 passes where it was like one on one. He should come down with it, and he's just like bobbling it. Oh no!
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come
Play
on,
more
you're
aggressive.
fucking huge, dude.
Let that
Catch the
man
damn ball.
cook.
Give him a
Um.
fucking shoulder.
So yeah. Um. It was. It was a good game for Juwan Jennings. We both had him in our FanDuel lineup. Oh, I didn't even put this recap on there, so we'll get to that. Um. So you missed out just by a little bit. So okay, so you're 1-2 technically. I was, who knows? Because one of my bet the house is Joe Mixon's the top 3 running back in the week. Talk about top 5, a high bar to reach. I said Joe Mixon's top 3. So we'll
That's
see.
actually might not be that hard this week.
So currently at running back, he's gonna have to
Well, because you
compete
got
with
Montgomery at
Saquon.
20.
Right. So I got the list right here. It's Saquon, 33 points in our league. Then Brees Hall with 24. Then Monty 21. Josh Jacobs 19 and Jameer Gibbs 18.
Changed
So
22
he
points.
needs 22 points, which honestly for
That's doable.
yeah, I think that's doable. And also, I'm on the ropes with Timmy right now, having 3 of the top 12 running backs in the week on my team. One I didn't start, but Brees Hall is the number 2 and Josh Jacobs number 4 running back on the week, and I'm on the ropes because Amon
Yeah,
Ra decided to go nuclear. But
honestly.
if this would be crazy if
Oh, I didn't even. I don't think I told you this, but he almost traded me Amon Ra before the week.
oh really
Yeah, because he wanted Ramondre, because he was gonna have to start Jalen Warren, which I think Jalen Warren had like 2 less points than Ramondre. So
yeah he had
good thing he didn't.
4.6 points I think Jalen Warren had.
Um, I was gonna give him Juwan Jennings and
Oh, he had
Ramondre
6.8 points in our league.
for Amon Ra, but
Wait, who? Ramondre and who?
Ramondre and Juwan Jennings.
Oh, damn. That's
I,
crazy.
I think, yeah, I
Not, I mean,
think
it's not a bad trade if you're trying to do
no,
like depth piece and have like
I
really
think
good
that's what
stars.
his team needs. But he said that just for this week, he's like, I can't do that this week, so
Well,
maybe I'll get that trade done.
and speaking of trading away and ruining a week, I traded for AJ Brown and lost Cooper Cup, who was the wide receiver 2 on the week. So he did exactly the thing why I said I wanted to trade away Cooper Cup because I said that his upside wasn't there anymore. He doesn't have the
Hmm.
deep shots. He's going to be like a 10 reception but 80-yard guy. Like he's not going to have the upside. And for you to win a championship in fantasy football, you need more than 8 points
Yeah,
in a league. So like that's why I got it. The big play AJ Brown, who proceeded to get me 6 points on the week. So that's why I'm on the ropes. But I digress.
well, that's the
So Joe
you
Mixon,
and me both got hurt by the stack this week.
yes, hurt by the stack. Yes, because
Yes,
Jalen Hurts 18 points and 6 from AJ Brown's not going to get it done.
yeah,
And
I had a combined 16 points or
yeah, yours was
18
worse.
points from Jane Daniels and Terry. So
But we live and we learn. So Joe Mixon TBD,
hmm
but I still think just based on those numbers, he has a real good shot at being a top 3 running back this week. So what was your
yeah,
final bet the
huh?
house? What was the final bet the house of the
It was
results?
Juwan Jennings, top 10.
Oh, okay. Well, then mine was
Yeah.
you're going to wish you benched Drake London. He finished the game with 7 points. Um,
Uh,
he,
yeah.
I mean, I feel okay. So, like,
The bar that like for
he,
me
he
is like if
finished.
you get 10 points, I'm
So
happy.
he finished with 61 yards. He got 7 points in our league because you get a point for a tackle. So he got a tackle on it, interception. So he had how many catches? So we caught 3 of 7 targets, 3 for 61. And that's what I was telling Justin off air before we started. The only thing that worked for Atlanta and on the offense was Drake London catching a deep ball. 3 catches for 61 yards. That's a 20 point something average per catch. Like that's all he did. And then they would punt and whatever. But so the bar he set for himself, that other than week 1, I mean, it was his 3rd worst performance of the year. When you're talking about a top guy, I mean, you can do worse. Even if you're in full PPR, that's not even 10 points. So I'm going to claim that one.
Yeah, I agree. That's fine.
Bet. So 2.
Yeah.
Well,
I ended up going 2-1 in the tough calls.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because remind me. Okay. So let's.
So I
had
those. For my tough calls. I think we were both 2-1 actually. I think we agreed on everything, if I remember correctly, for the first time. So, at least on my side, because we did for each. But so we had Brian Thomas Jr. over Chubb. That was a hit. Mm-hmm. Juwan Jennings over Mondre. That was a hit. Mm-hmm. And then we had T. Higgins. Wait.
T. Higgins had a monster game, so I don't know.
Did we say Dell then?
No, I said T. We said T. Higgins for sure. I know I did. I would have. I never would have said. T. Higgins was. Wait
a minute.
If it was T. Higgins over Tank Dell,
picked Nick Chubb over Brian Thomas Jr. That's what it was.
Did we really? Oh, that's stupid of us. Well,
that's when we lost. So we had T. Higgins over Dell, Jennings over Mondre, but we picked Nick Chubb over Brian Thomas. So the wide receivers won this week, and we lost one.
Yeah, T. Higgins was the wide receiver 4 on the week with 148 and 1. So
yeah, I think he had 28 points.
24.8 in our league, but yeah. So we didn't do that well, but we had a lot of tough, like I say tough calls, but like close calls with these guys. We picked DeAndre Swift over Najee. That was a hit. Najee had, I think, 7 points, and DeAndre Swift 14.4. So like that was a definite bingo. But then we had Zay Flowers or DK Metcalf. So depends on your situation, because Zay Flowers had 2 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. And it was like the game winning or game tying potentially touchdown.
10 points.
Yeah, 9, not even 10 in standard. DK Metcalf had 7 for 70 with no touchdowns. So depending on your scoring platform.
On PPR 14.
Right. So
but
technically, I mean, in our league, Zay Flowers scored more. It's kind of gross. 2 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. So, but we both said DK Metcalf. And Brock Purdy versus Seattle or Jordan Love at Chicago, we both picked Brock Purdy. And Jordan Love outsqueaked him by 2 points. So, 20. Purdy didn't have a great week. He had a rushing touchdown.
This was a tough call then.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. But we were just on like by a point or so on the other side of these. But so basically what I'm going to take as a win is we picked 2 matchups that are tough calls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's we're doing our thing out here.
We're 3-0.
Exactly. All right, and we had some back on track or it's a trap type.
Track or trap
type players. And my first one was slam dunk, saw it coming a mile away. Lamar Jackson, stinker. Worst game of the year. 14 total points in our league. What was that? Did you refill it?
Dramatic effect.
Nah, whatever.
I'll do it again.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
It didn't go slow that time. It was like slowly sliding in, but that time it was like...
Sounds like a cat getting its arms ripped off.
Damn, what
the... But yeah, so Lamar Jackson, worst game of the year for him so far. 14 total points in our league. It was a gross game. And remember how we said what kind of game it was going to be? And I said it was going to be an offensive game? It was not. It was.
No, I was right about that.
Gross.
I said it was going to be defensive divisional game.
I know, and it was gross. Derrick Henry didn't have a great game. Of course, he gets his ceremonial touchdown of the week. Like, you might as well just start at 6 points and just let him go up from there.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly ridiculous. Um,
Yeah.
who was your first one? I don't got yours.
I went 1-2, so I had Goff as a trap.
Oh, so you agreed with me.
I had Tyreek Hill as a trap.
Hey, but he had a good game.
Yeah, so I missed those two, and then D Hop I hit on. He was a trap.
Yeah, I was shocked because I was watching. Of course, the Bills and Chiefs was on the same time as Denver was whooping ass on Atlanta, so I had them on both TVs. But I was primarily watching the Broncos game, and I saw him make a catch. I was like, oh, it's a sick grab. It's like a one-handed catch on the sideline. I was like, okay, look, he had 0.8 points on the week or in the game. I was like, oh, that must have been his only catch so far. So I was shocked that they weren't able to get him
5 points.
No, not even. Like 2. I think he finished with 2.4 or something like that. But
yeah, it was bad. Obviously, Goff went off. Hill did okay.
Yeah, I went 2 for 3 in the trapper track players because I got Lamar Jackson and Garrett Wilson. You know, Garrett Wilson was 4 for 18.
Yo, he was atrocious.
4 for 18, and I did say J.K. Dobbins. So I wrote okay. I was so pissed off last night because I'm facing J.K. Dobbins, and for one, they go 3 attempts at the goal line, don't get in, and then finally push J.K. Dobbins' ass in there. He was playing terrible.
He dove over the line. Thank you.
Well, okay. Then they forcefully got his ass in the end zone, and then he was supposed to go down stay in bounds on that last run for the Chargers to take the lead at the very end. He's supposed to go down, and he scored. Because if you go down, they can run the clock down and kick the 2-yard field goal to win.
Oh, hell no. You got to take the guaranteed touchdown there.
No, you don't, because that's exactly what almost happened. You give Joe Burrow the ball with time left.
Yeah, but they not only would they have had to have scored, then they also,
That's what...
You're more likely to miss a field goal than they are to march down the field with 0 timeouts in 38 seconds.
I guess there wasn't a ton of time left, but we've seen crazier shit. Basically, if you go down, you control, you get the last play of the game.
I will say, T. Higgins almost caught that.
I know. And if Derwin James wasn't such a beast and, was being aggressive as hell and knocked that shit out, I'm just saying, you guarantee yourself the last play of the game to kick a 10-yard field goal.
I will say, that rookie cornerback that they were dick riding on the Chargers the whole game, he was doing pass interference the whole fucking game, dude. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, he's been so great for this team so far. I'm like, bro, he's literally tackling them before they even touch the ball.
They let him play. I don't know. It was a great game, though. It was a snooze fest. I almost called it quits.
Yeah.
And was sweating a parlay in that stupid game. Almost had my first win, but whatever. So, yeah, J.K. Dobbins, he lucked into a 17-point game and ended up being the RB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the RB 6 so far this week off of a 1-yard push. Other than that, he had 69 yards. 56.
He did a lot of opportunities, I will say. He looked good. I'll say he looked pretty good. This was the first week that I've seen him look good since the earlier weeks.
Okay, I mean, he scored. Let's see.
And what's his yards per carry?
Well, because he carried the ball 11 times for 56 yards. But
yeah, dude. So he's got
no.
What? 5 yards a carry?
Well, okay, but I'm saying that one run at the end was 29 yards. So he was 10 for 20 something. He was bottled up, and he had the one touchdown. He had 8 points at the end of the. I was like,
I don't know. I just remember watching, thinking he looked good, but maybe
he had one run where he spun out of a tackle and got 8 yards.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was getting bottled up, and so I called it, and just a couple bad breaks for me and good breaks for him and their managers. He ended up having a good week. So I will take the 2-for-1 on the tracker trap.
Yeah, not bad. And then we had the DFS, and Kyle got me by 25 points in that.
If I would have put my lineup in like an actual like pool with
Oh,
money,
you would have won money.
I definitely would have won money with Taysom
I rem-
Hill in
yeah.
my as my flex player. Or no, he was my tight end. David Montgomery, Juwan Jennings,
I
Justin
mean,
Herbert did fine.
basically we had all the same players, but aside from our tight end and our quarterback,
And even then, you
and that
picked
that was the
Johnu
difference
Smith.
maker.
You picked Johnu
Yeah, and
Smith. He
I
was the
I had
QB.
125 points. I would have won almost any other week.
Well, the funny thing is I picked the number 1 tight end. You picked the number 2 tight end on the week.
Yeah, I mean, if I hadn't picked Russell Wilson, then I mean, it would have been a
Right.
lot closer. But yeah, I mean, Hill and
Oh, and this is also I'm not even realizing Taysom Hill threw a pick yesterday. so he so
no
he lost
way.
he lost 2 points.
That's pretty funny.
So this is his stat line. Oh my god, this is his stat line. This is
When I
ridiculous.
saw 40 points, I was like, oh shit, because I didn't watch that game. I was like, they must have made him the quarterback and he played the whole game. No.
So
He had like what, 125 rushing yards?
well, so let's see.
Three
He
touchdowns?
carried the ball 7 times for 138 and 3. He caught 8 of 10 targets for 50 yards, and he completed one of two passes for 18 yards with an interception, and he returned one kickoff for 42 yards.
Wait,
So he threw
wait.
2 passes. One of them was complete for 18 yards. The other was picked
Oh,
off.
okay.
Yeah, he was 1 for 2 with 18 yards and a pick. So,
Okay. Yeah.
but he returned a kickoff for 42 yards. So, absolutely insane. But 8 catches. I mean, it's
He's fucking this generation's Terrell Pryor.
you might want to try and trade his ass, bro.
I tried.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Justin's got Brock
I've been
Bowers
trying
too.
to trade for Justin Jefferson, and I was offering some good players to that team because that team sucks. They have no depth. They have Justin Jefferson and Alvin Kamara. That's it. Only good players.
2 good players to have.
Yes, but I was trying to get Justin Jefferson for Juwan Jennings, Ramondre, and Taysom Hill. Because that fixes the tight end position, that fixes a starting running back, and Juwan Jennings, who's so far through 2 starts,
It's really hard
90
though.
yards in both games.
It's really hard though because you're trying to do the opposite of what I think is most likely. I think Juwan Jennings is going to he's going to perform and be great. So if you didn't have him, you should try and trade for him cheaply because his name is Juwan Jennings and he doesn't have the name value. So you're doing the opposite where you know he's going to perform, but you're trying to get the
Right.
bigger name.
The issue is that I know. The issue is that the person I'm trying to trade with is not a fantasy geek like us. To where, like, I know his value,
Yeah,
but he doesn't. He's like, who's Juwan Jennings? And I'm like, dude, he's
I
going
know.
to be great.
I know.
So, whatever. I'll hold on to him.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say
fine with
the
me.
worst case scenario, you have a great.
I think he's going to be, honestly, probably one of the pickups of the year, to be honest with you.
He won people weeks in what, like week 4?
Well,
With
if you look at every game he started week 3 and then the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, 175 and 3 week 3. And then even after that he had 88 yards following and then 13, 27, didn't play, bye.
Yeah.
But then 93 and then 91 and a touchdown. He does not have a good schedule left for the year. I'm just looking at it.
No,
He's
it's
Green
not.
Bay, Buffalo, Chicago, Rams, Miami, and then Detroit, which is
Yeah,
great.
I
But
mean,
that's
he
like
doesn't,
championship.
but being the 2 on that team, I think it doesn't affect him as much.
I also will say George Kittle didn't play that game, so um, we'll see if the target share comes down.
Yeah.
But, anyways, so I won by 25 points in the DFS, my first win. So I collected all of our homies $5. No one got I mean, Justin was the closest because we had half the same players. But then I think the next highest was like 80 points. I doubled him up
Yeah.
essentially. So, but yeah, Justin Herbert and Russell Wilson were the biggest difference makers. And I would have thought for sure when Justin said he was his top five, Justin Herbert finished in top 5 and chooses to pay.
Truthfully, when you said that to me on the podcast, I was like, damn, I want to change that now. But like, since, we have the arrangement that we can't, I was like, fuck.
Well, and Russell Wilson was more expensive than Justin Herbert, wasn't
Well,
he?
so the issue is that I made that lineup earlier in the week. And then, so basically I made the lineup and then I started thinking about the matchups. And I came to the conclusion that the Ravens Steelers was going to be a tough matchup. And that Justin Herbert was going to ball out. But I couldn't change it.
No, you could not, sir. And you held that L, and I get my $15 from my friends. So, all right.
Damn, we only had 4 people this week.
I know, right? And the one last week, I would have beat y'all, but no one. Oh, you owe me.
I paid you.
You owe me $5 more.
No, Gio owes me $5, and now Gio owes you $5. No, Gio hasn't paid me since week 1.
Okay, but just because that's not his problem. That
He didn't pay you?
No, I'm talking about last week when it was only me and you that did it.
No, I know, but Gio hasn't paid you $5.
Gio didn't do it this week. It was just me, you, Timmy, Caleb.
Okay, well, the only reason I say that is because, we're going to put Gio on blast here.
Yeah, Gio.
Gio said that Friday he was going to pay you and Caleb. Or no, you, Caleb and me. And I said, oh, cool. When you do that, just pay Kyle instead of me.
I remember this conversation, but I have not received my single dollar raise.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to take my baseball bat to Gio's house. And
how about you pay me first and then make him pay you back before I bring my baseball bat to your house?
No, you don't understand how the mafia works, Cap.
Yes, you owe money, then you owe money, then you owe money. And the person who owes no money, who is owed money, me at the top, that's the food chain. It goes from there down.
Yeah, well, basically, you're gonna come for me, and I'm gonna come for Gio.
Exactly. So
because
my baseball
Gio owes me money, so
I'm gonna come.
I owe you money.
Bring the baseball bat to your house, smash a kneecap, then give you the bat, and then you're gonna go broken kneecap.
Yeah. No, you're gonna come break my kneecap, and then you're gonna carry me over to Gio's, and we're gonna beat the shit out of him with our baseball bats together.
It's the way that's the food chain, man. So you hear that, Gio? Pay up, boy.
We're coming for you.
I know. But this is what we get for trying to avoid the surcharge from FanDuel to get our full winnings, having to give us our money ourselves. Instead of going
I didn't know that we were dealing with some degenerates around here.
Seriously.
I've been I pay as soon as it happens.
This is the guy who hasn't paid me my $5.
Well, yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to put you on blast in front of everybody. You still have not paid your league dues from the start of the year.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's an accident. But
I'd even texted you, and you have just happened to ignore that text. Within a week and a half, I texted you that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I ignored it, but
yeah, you did.
I thought I paid it.
No, I kept the tally. Anyways, we have one more segment here, and then we're gonna wrap it up and get to watching this hopefully eventful Monday Night Football game.
All right, so you did one?
Yeah, I did one.
Okay, we'll just start off with that then.
Okay.
Yeah, test me.
Well, I mean, I came up with one statement. So, anyways, we're doing two truths and a lie.
No.
Wait, what?
We're doing 2 facts, 1 fuck.
2 facts, 1 fuck. All right.
We're doing 2 facts, 1 fuck.
2 facts, 1 fuck. All right. Let's. All right. So you start.
No. Start off with yours because I made it like a whole thing. So
well, but I only came up with one statement, so that's what I'm saying. Not one whole 2 truths, 1 lie, 2 facts, 1 fuck. I have one singular thing I was gonna put in there.
What?
I didn't plan for it, man. That's what I was saying. I had to come up with 2 more.
All right.
So you quiz me.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome in to Two Facts, One
It
Fuck.
sounded like you said something else.
It's facts. That's actually better. Welcome to
No.
Two Facts, One
Cut the cameras.
Okay. That was all a joke.
Two facts.
None of what we just said. You can't
One
use
fuck.
that against us.
Two facts. One fuck.
Two facts. One fuck.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All
Fuck
right.
it.
Oh my god. All right.
So, two truths and a lie is essentially what this is. So, and I will be trying to assume the correct answers.
You'll try. You'll fail. All
I
right.
will try.
Let's start it off. Number 1. Najee Harris has rushed for 100 yards more times than he hasn't. Don't respond. I'll follow through. There are 3 options, and then you will choose.
Okay.
Option 2. Lamar Jackson has had a passing touchdown every game this year. Option 3. Calvin Ridley has more points per game than Deebo Samuel.
So
Walks through it.
So yeah, so essentially, I'm willing to bet the house that that's Debo Samuel and Calvin Ridley. One is a fact. Debo has had very low average points. He's had a couple of spike weeks, but
So
other
some
than that,
boom games.
yeah, right. But Calvin Ridley has had some boom games, and I think Debo's highest game is like 24 or something like that. So, and I'm also thinking that Lamar has thrown a passing touchdown every week because I know that Lamar's worst week of the year was this week, and I know he threw a touchdown pass to Zay Flowers. So if he had 14 points, fantasy points, in his worst game of the year, that means that he had more than 14 points. And to get to that, he would probably have to have one rushing touchdown and then like a bunch of yards if that wasn't the case. So
I said passing touchdowns.
no, I know, but I'm saying like to make that true or to make that false.
I didn't say total touchdowns.
No, I know, but I'm saying so
Okay.
this. But I'm saying he only had 14 points this week. This was his worst performance. So if he didn't have a passing touchdown in one of the games, he would have had to make up at least 14 points other ways than a passing touchdown for that to be false. See what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying, but
Anyways,
you know what you're saying,
the
so that's all that
listeners.
matters.
And I know Najee Harris has. There's a bye week in the middle of there, but he rushed for over 100 yards in 4 or 5 straight games. And we're on week 11. So big braining in here. How many games he's played in 100 yards.
Wow.
So I think that one has.
Why?
Right. Oh, I feel like it's dead even. But I don't know if he crossed 100 yards before that. There's no way that Lamar got over 14 points without a passing touchdown in one of those games.
I'll give you a hint.
I don't need a hint. I'm locking in. Najee Harris is the fuck.
All right, Najee Harris is the
Yes,
fuck.
yes. You like that thought process?
All
I
right.
know. I'd be knowing.
That was
things.
pretty good. I started off with an easier one, but
I knew Najee had a
I
bunch
thought
of.
it was a little bit of a trap. I figured you could miss it, but it was a little easy.
Yeah, the Calvin Ridley one I ruled out right away.
That surprised me because I put the Calvin Ridley one in there to trick you.
Really?
But I thought that because you have Deebo Samuel, and I thought your bias might get in the way there.
I'm biasly pissed off that he sucks. Like, I mean,
Maybe I chose the wrong week to use Deebo against you.
Well, no, I mean, I know since I've had it, like, and just recently he's just not been good. So
He's been boom or bust this year.
for sure.
All right, let's get into number 2. Jamar Chase has more touchdowns than Saquon Barkley. Option 2. Garrett Wilson has had at least 7 targets every game. Option 3. Nico Collins has more receiving yards than Marvin Harrison Jr., Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce.
Not combined, right?
No,
Oh. Okay.
total.
So let's start with that one. Nico Collins, I think, has like 600 something yards on the year. And Kelsey had a slow start. Marvin Harrison is not had, even in his big fantasy games, he scored a touchdown. He had that one big 3 touchdown game. But other than that, like he's had like 40
Yeah, I
yards
think
and
he
a
had like 30
touchdown.
points one game.
Yeah, that
But
was the one. It was like 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. Um, but I think his big performance, I don't think he has a ton of yards. And Nico Collins was like absolutely on fire. So I'm gonna lean that one is a fact for now. What was the second one?
Garrett Wilson has had at least 7 targets every game.
Well, Zach Wilson, Garrett Wilson. I know. I'm pretty sure he had 8 targets this game, 4 catches for 18 yards. So like this is his worst performance, and I'm pretty sure he crossed that 7 target threshold. He leads the NFL in targets, so I'm gonna just chalk that up to yes is a fact. So by default, this first one's a fuck. But let me walk through it. What was the first one again?
Okay. Jamar Chase has more touchdowns than Saquon Barkley.
Oh, I'm sure it's
That's total, like rushing and receiving.
yeah. I mean, Saquon's up there. I mean, Jamar Chase also just scored 2 touchdowns last night, but so did Saquon. Saquon scored 2 touchdowns on Thursday. I Saquon. I don't know. I don't know. I think he scored 3 touchdowns in the season opener. It's got to be that one. Has to be the fuck. Yeah, locking
The
in
first one?
first one.
That's not the fuck.
Damn it! Fuck.
Garrett Wilson has had a couple games where he's had 4 or 6 targets.
Damn. So how many touchdowns? You don't have that there, do you? Jamar Chase and Saquon.
Yeah, Jamar Chase has 12 touchdowns and Saquon has 10. Saquon has been crazy with yardage. That's actually where he's gotten a lot of his points.
Really, but I'm gonna check.
I mean, if
Saquon,
you think about it, A.J. Brown
did
and
he
Devonta
have?
Smith and Dallas Goedert haven't done that well this year.
Yes, bro.
And
Saquon did have 3 touchdowns week 1. Oh,
yeah,
well,
well, Jamar Chase had 3 touchdowns last week.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Well, I mean, they were close. There was within 2. They've got to be the touchdown leaders, the 2 of them, right? In the NFL.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look all that up. But...
Well, here, let me see. I'm gonna do all offense. I gotta pull it up here. The 24.
Well, don't pull up shit now.
Oh yeah.
You
Okay.
can see
All right.
shit.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Damn. All right. Well, okay. So
Yeah,
hold on. What was the other? Were those guys even close to Nico?
Not really.
Well, so spoiler alert: Joe Mixon scored a touchdown for your team.
Oh, for your team.
Well, yes, this is what
Okay.
I get notifications.
I was like, what the hell?
I get
Joe
notifications.
Mixon.
Damn it. Well, I mean,
Oh, the game's already
fantastic.
started?
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. We got to roll. We got to roll. But
Damn. Okay.
Yes, like a
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
one more
Well,
fact
okay.
and fuck.
2 more.
Oh hell yeah.
I'll go a little quicker. Cooper Cup averages more than 80 yards a game this year. Option 2. J.K. Dobbins has more points per game than Brees Hall. Option 3. Baker Mayfield has had 2 plus touchdown. 2 plus has had. I read this wrong.
2 or more.
Has had 2 or more touchdowns in every game this year, including rushing and receiving.
Yeah, this one's tough. I do believe J.K. Dobbins has higher points per game than Brees Hall. Brees Hall has had some stinkers, and Oh, I don't know. J.K. Dobbins has had a couple down weeks, but this is including this week, right? Like these numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and then the first one was what?
Cooper Kupp averages more
Oh,
than 80 yards a game.
I 100% believe that. Yeah, no doubt in my mind he averages 80 yards a game. Because he missed 4 games, and he's played in, probably 5. And I know for a fact he hasn't had a dud of a game. And even then, I think he had like 76 yards, whatever. All right, by default is the last one.
That's right.
I got it.
You found the fuck.
I found the fuck.
You were wrong about the Cooper Kupp. He's had a stinker. He only had like 36 yards one game. But
is that the game he got hurt in?
He averages like 79.5 yards per game.
Oh wait. So are you rounding up for that for me? 80 yards a game.
Oh, sorry. It must be like 81.5 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so did I fail or not?
No. And Baker Mayfield has only missed like one game of 2+ touchdowns. That was a harder one. So I mean, you came to that the quickest, but I thought that was be the hardest. But okay. All right, number 4.
Oh, so it was a 40-yard rushing touchdown for Joe Mixon.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
You're probably beating Jimmy.
I am, but he still has Jake Ferguson. But
whatever.
I know.
Yeah, you probably won that. I mean, at this point, yeah, you're gonna get 20 more points from Joe Mixon.
And there's still 12 minutes in the first quarter, so
yeah.
Top 3.
Congratulations.
Hey, might as well update. Hold on, where's he at on the week for for top 3?
What's he got? 12 points.
He's got 12.6 points right now. We need week 11. All players. He's 1 spot below Brian Robinson already. So he's RB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's RB 13 off of 1 play. Anyways. All right, let's ride.
All right. Broncos country. Number 4.
Hit me.
Option 1. Cortland Sutton has averaged over 65 yards a game this year.
I believe that.
Jordan Addison has more touchdowns than A.J. Brown.
Oh, bro, no way. There's no way.
Kareem Hunt has more rushing yards than Javonte Williams with 4 less games played.
I 100% believe that. A.J. Brown missed some time. And, well, so did Jordan Addison. But there's no way. Jordan Addison has had 2 good games this year, I believe. And A.J. Brown, he's been a yardage monster. And he usually is like good for 1 touchdown a game. What was the first one? Oh, Cortland Sutton? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Over 80 yards. And if it's not, it's damn close. So I'm going to say A.J. Brown because I refuse to believe that Jordan Addison has scored more touchdowns.
It's Cortland Sutton.
Damn it! How close was Cortland Sutton per game?
It was very close. I basically rounded up what he had.
Yeah,
it's like 64 something.
I mean, ironically, this game he had 78 yards.
I think it was like 64, and I just rounded it up, and I was like, well.
So Cortland Sutton must have had. He must have had. Well, I know. Well, he had a goose one of these weeks. So
yeah, he's had some. To start the season, he was pretty bad.
Well, so were the Broncos.
And obviously, he's been good lately.
So, all right. Well, I think that's pretty good.
I think you got 2, right?
2 out of 4. 2 out of 4.
I think that's pretty good, honestly. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, the ones I got right, I was very confident in. So, the ones I got wrong, I was like, I refuse to believe that the other thing is not true. That was where my head was at. So let me see. I want to see what. Yeah. Okay. So Cortland Sutton. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Next question.
Coach, I'm having a couple friends over for game day, and I want
to pull up the stat sheet, and I go to the game center, and it pulls up an ad And it was so loud, and it was like some marching band. Dun, 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 dun. Scared the shit out of me. All right.
Oh, wait. You're on the clock. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, in our
When
draft
in the
client.
draft.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. You're on the clock.
Stressful. Don't bring me back to that anxiety. It's too much. But anyways, that was fun. Next episode, I will have that for you ready to rock and roll. So we'll be good to two truths and a lie, since I didn't prep mine for you.
Oh, sure.
So look at us, right at 55 minutes. We nailed this. We're getting there. And you thought it was gonna be an early show, but once we get into the flow and the football banter be flowing, it's a good time. So
and the drinks be flowing, the
vibes be flowing.
Be flowing.
And now I'm going to go watch me take one more step forward to my 5th championship, and also brainstorm a new name for my team, because I traded Cooper a couple of ways. So now I have had to change my team name like 5 times, and I'm running dry on ideas. So
let me see if I can just make something up on the spot here. Because your 5-time champ's pretty fucking gay.
Of course it is, but it's also I'm the 5-time champ. So can you really say anything to me? Don't think so.
Well, you're 4-time champ.
Well, I know, but this year is my 5th time champion.
Yeah, you wish.
I'm just saying. Just saying. What? Oh, let's see. Shout out Fantasy Pros. The Fantasy Pros, if you get 1 free sync if you make an account with them, and it oh wait, what? It shows, it creates a team name based off of your players. Like, it shows what are popular in the community, and then you can see what they have, and it ranks them like based on fire emojis. So if you need some puns based off of your players on your team,
you could say Mixon Brown hurts.
Mixon Brown hurts. What does Mixon Brown mean?
I don't know, bro. Like you're mixing poop.
Yeah, Mixon Brown. But how does that hurt? I don't know. I tried something with Mixon, so maybe now something that I have.
You gotta use Mixon as like mixing something.
I know, but I don't know how to. Oh yeah, so my team. So the player combos that from Fantasy Pros is suggesting Hillsbury D-Boy, like Tyreek Hill and Debo, or it takes Tua to Tank Dell. Like, it takes 2 to Tango, takes Tua to Tank Dell.
Oh.
Except Tank Dell ain't
bad.
Yeah, they are bad. So individual players, now that I have, I mean,
you
it hurts so good. Taco Dell, Saved by the Dell, the Dude McBrides. I don't even know what that's trying to say. Hilling in the name of, Brees and Desist. Cut my
Give them the name though.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Cut my life into Breeses. Like Brees.
What?
Cut my life into Breeses.
Oh.
I'm only joking. David Njoku,
You could say I'm a joke.
Spaghetti and Brees Halls.
Who the fuck made this? Your grandma?
These are puns, man. Tanks for the memories. Tenacious Debo. Oh, Tenacious D. Oh, I get it. Okay. Warren Brees. Brees Lightning. System of a Brown.
That's actually pretty sick. I like that a lot.
All right. Okay, I think we're good.
Then just find a picture of a turd.
On that note, I'm going to watch football and leave this guy to die. So As always, like the video, subscribe, and don't miss the last call for fantasy football. Deuces.
Right.